I'm Michelle Richardson, and I'm the program coordinator for Valleyview and area. And I was the one who came up with the plan for the Fun Squad, and that wasn't possible without Makadiff Sports. So to give you guys some information on how this past year has been going, the program planning, we had to create a program that was versatile and mobile for our area. So that was a little bit of a challenge because we have a large rural population where some people have limited transportation, and asking the families to drive half an hour one way to come and participate in a program is not very participant friendly, essentially. So creating a program that would come to them, come to their small little community halls and where they have their little parks, rather than asking them to drive all the way to Valleyview, was a huge incentive for making this program happen. And so another factor when planning the Fun Squad was to create a program that encouraged our children and our youth in the community to get outside and get active. Unfortunately, in the present time that we're in, children and youth are just not getting outside as much as they should be, and the Fun Squad has given them, like the parents, peace of mind to allow their children to come to the park, and so that they know that there is a supervision happening at the park. And it also created a little bit more of independence for the children in our community, so they could go to the park on their own and participate in the program. Some of the outcomes of the Fun Squad have been, over the course of the year, that it's increased physical activity in our youth, as well as created a sense of community. So when families know that the Fun Squad will be at the park or at a different event, or they'll make that effort to come to that event or to the park and take part in the activities that are offered. Some of the impacts that the Fun Squad has had. So we tour around the parks in Valleyview and area, and it's also brought awareness to the outdoor facilities that are in our area. So we had children coming into town from the rural areas, as well as families traveling outside of town to the rural areas. One of the comments that I had from a child was that they had never been to that playground before, and they were about 10 years old. They've lived in Valleyview their whole life, so that was really interesting to see. Kids had actually, we're not a huge community, and they weren't actually participating in just the parks. So having the Fun Squad come was a reason for them to try out something new. Some of the community partnerships that the Fun Squad has created is, it's actually been very well received. There is people are asking for the Fun Squad and us to come and join them in their different events, which is nice, because then we're not having to create events for the Fun Squad to come to. We get to join in and be part of the community. So it's very well known in the community that we will come and we will, create that active programming for kids and youth and families. And so some of the partnerships that have been created are with the schools, with the daycares, Parent Link, the Farmers Market, Ag Society, and a lot of the other rural user groups as well. So one of the fun things about the Farmers Market is we actually kind of catch a demographic that we don't generally catch in a majority of our programming. We have a lot of Hutterite colonies in our area, so when we go to the Farmers Market, we have a lot of the Hutterites that are there to sell items, and so the kids that are there selling items, they actually get to come and they get to participate and play with the Fun Squad and the staff, and we have the grandmas that take part, and we have parents that take part, and it's actually a lot of fun to watch the Hutterites be part of that as well. So some of the important lessons that I learned, I guess, was that kids in our community are craving structured programming, but they also are craving a little bit of more independent play, but something that's guided to a degree where they just want an adult to engage with them and so the Fun Squad's been able to do that because, you know, when we are out at the playgrounds, we're out there playing with the kids and engaging them. So also the surrounding area has become more engaged, like just the rural population, and every activity that we do with the Fun Squad is to increase physical activity within the kids. So whether, or even physical literacy, right? So we have, you know, badminton where kids are learning that hand-eye coordination, but then we get to play with big gigantic balls, and we get to do hula hoops, and there's a lot of things where kids and families and adults are kind of missing out on in their everyday life, and when they come and join in on the Fun Squad, they're able to actually play. And so I think that's actually one thing that parents and grandparents have learned as well from the Fun Squad is how to play with their kids again. So sometimes I think that we as parents get so busy with our life that it's easy to put our kids on the back burner a little bit, but when you take them to a function like that or to the park where the Fun Squad is involved, the staff would try and engage the parents as well, and it's a lot of fun watching the parents also enjoy that playtime with their kids. So that's been, I think, not only have I myself learned something from this whole program, but I think the community as a whole is really starting to learn and pick up on why physical activity and why physical literacy is so important. And we wouldn't have been able to do that without Makadiff Sports Grants. So thank you very much. And from all of Valleyview and rural area, we definitely appreciate it.
Hi Cassidy, thanks for bringing the Fun Squad to the Valleyview Farmers Market all summer. It's awesome to have a recreational component to our farmers market. It's brought a lot of extra customers for us, and recreation is of huge importance in our community, so thank you very much.
We love